What if I tell you today that you are not confused? You are just ignoring the red flag. You are not confused. Let's just start from there. You are not confused about that person that has been messaging you and giving you mixed signals. You are not confused about how they feel about you. Deep down, you and I know that you are not confused about where this is going. You know exactly where this is going. You know exactly what is in that person's mind. You are not confused if they want a commitment or not. You just don't like the answer, or you're hoping I'm going to tell you something different. So instead of accepting it, what you do is that you keep calling it confusion and you keep making excuses on their behalf. Let me explain something that might look a little harsh. That might look a little harsh. Confusion is not the lack of clarity. It's the refusal to accept clarity. You and I know that you are not confused about that person. Deep down, you see, your soul never lies to you. Your intuition never lies to you. But sometimes we always see the signs, but we tend to always ignore it. Because think about it. When somebody truly wants, you don't sit down there decoding the messages. It is as clear as day. You don't overanalyze. You don't begin to read meaning to their messages. You don't begin to guess, where do I stand? This is what he meant, or this is what she meant, or this is not what he or she meant. It's clear. It's consistent. It's intentional. But when it's not like that, what the year also usually happen when it's not like that, your mind begin to work over time. You begin to think, oh, maybe this is what he meant, or this is not what he means, and all of that stuff. You begin to think, maybe I'm overthinking, maybe I overreacted, or maybe I got him offended, maybe they're actually busy, and you begin to make excuses. Maybe I need to be a little patient. He has been through a very tough time, and I need to be very patient with him. No. What you are doing right now is that you are translating a behavior that is already clear, that is already loud. Let's call it what it is. It's a red flag. You see, many times people always see red flag as something that is dramatic. Red flag does not have to always be that the person will beat you or domestic violence or anything like that. Sometimes red flags mean that sometimes means that they disappear for days and then come back like nothing happened. Red flag means that they are giving you just enough breadcrumbs, attention, to just keep you there begging for more breadcrumbs that fall from the table. Sometimes red flags means that they give you enough just so that you come back, but not enough for you to feel secured. Breadcrumbs sometimes make red flag to say means that sometimes they are saying all the right things, but they are doing none of it. What they're saying and what they're doing are two different things entirely. And you see, here is the dangerous truth about this. It's not like you are not seeing all these things. You and I know you are seeing the signs. You and I know that you are seeing all of these red flags that you do, but instead of you to take them at their face value, you create explanation. And this usually will stem from what I call childhood trauma. You are afraid, you are scared. You are scared because you don't want any abandonment. Where will I see another person that would love me like this? You try to take the little good that they have done and you be like, well, they are not that bad. They have been through a lot. Maybe they are just scared of getting hurt. Maybe they just need more time to be able to come around. But listen carefully. Understanding someone's behavior doesn't mean that you have to tolerate it. And here is how it gets deeper. The reason you keep calling it confusion, because I see a lot of people saying, oh, I'm just confused. I don't know if he loves me. I don't know if it's me he wants to get married to. I don't know if I'm the only woman in his life. The reason you're calling it confusion is because accepting the truth comes with a cost. Accepting the truth comes with a cost, because if you actually admitted that they're inconsistent, if you actually admitted that this person is not showing up for me, if you actually admitted that this person is not choosing me fully, that means you also have to admit that I have to work away. And here is the hard part. People do not want to, because for you it might mean that you lose your safety. You are afraid that where am I going to find somebody else? And the part you're trying to avoid is because you felt like you have invested a whole lot. You've invested your time, your resources, your emotions, your hope. You've imagined the future with them. You've seen yourself building a family together. So instead of facing reality, what you hold on to is you hold on to potential. You fall in love with who they could be, hoping that maybe one day I believe one day, by the time maybe we get married, he'll become more committed. Oh, by the time he get married, he'll call me more. Or maybe with time, he's going to come around. While you are ignoring who they are showing you they are consistently right now. Let me give you an example. Let me paint a picture for you. So this lady, right, meets a guy, and she really like him a lot. At the beginning, everything feels perfect. Of course, it usually feels perfect at the beginning. Calling her, showing her interest, texting her, taking her on dates, and finally, this feels right. Then slowly, of course, things start to shift. The replies begin to get slower. If effort becomes inconsistent, no more dates, plans become uncertain, and then she sits there wondering and staring at the phone. What did I do wrong? Did something change? Everything looked perfect, and then the person, he just ghosted her for a few months and weeks and comes back and begin to say, oh, that was tough, and she just come back to just enough to be able to keep her feeling alive. And now she's stuck in a circle whereby the highs comes when they show up and lows come when they disappear. A lot of people are stuck in that circle, and it's not just in the lady side, also on the men's side as well too. That's not confusion. That is what I call emotional instability being mistaken for correction. Let's go deeper for a while. And sometimes this same lady will go to church and pray, God, give me a sign. This is the one for me. Show me this is the right man for me. But the truth is the signs are already there. You've already been shown. The inconsistency, the lack of ease, the constant overthinking. God is not an author of confusion. If something is constantly disturbing your peace of mind, making you anxious, making you question your self-worth, that's your answer right there. You don't need a huge sign. So instead of you receiving it, you keep asking for another sign. And here is the truth that completely changes everything. You are not confused about that person. You are just conflicted within yourself because you have invested so much. You are scared to actually let go. And I know so many people just keep on pushing. This person is showing you every sign of inconsistency. Marriage will not change it. Time will not change it. It's not for anything. You are showing them how they should actually treat you. One part of you sees reality, the other part of you is emotionally attached. And usually that attachment is what will make you tolerate things that you normally wouldn't because you're emotionally attached. It will make you ignore disrespect. It will make you downplay inconsistency. It will make you accept half effort as enough. Not because you don't know any better, but because you are scared, because you don't want to lose them. And somebody's asking me, all right, Joy, this is it. How do I begin to break out of this circle? Breaking out of the circle doesn't mean something dramatic. You stop, what do you mean? You stop asking, can you explain this better for me? You stop overthinking. Instead, you start asking, what are they showing me? Look at their actions. Look at the pattern. Because action do not confuse. People do. Action says it loud and clear. I'm not talking about their words. I'm talking about the action. So you start taking behavior at face value. No more of explaining, no more justifying, no more waiting for potential to become reality. You accept this. Consistency is not too much to ask for. Clarity is not too much to expect. And effort is not something that you should be begging for. At some point, to be honest, you have to choose. Do I want to keep calling this confusion, or do I want to finally call this what it is? Because the moment you stop trying to lie to yourself, that is the moment everything becomes clear. And clarity, it would hurt at first, but it will save you from wasting much more time. It will open you up to a much more healthier love, and it would save you from something that was never going to give you what you truly deserve. So if this actually hits you, don't just scroll. Sit with it, because sometimes the truth you avoid the most is the one that will set you free. I'll see you guys in my next video.